All right. Next up on the Next Man Up podcast, we've got the Georgia Ole Miss preview. Number four Ole Miss comes down to Athens to face Georgia. 3:30 this Saturday. Game days in town. One of the bigger matchups this weekend. Ole Miss is ranked number four in the country. Currently entering this matchup, they're 6-0 and they're first in the SEC, undefeated in conference play so far. They're coming off a close 24-21 win against Washington State last week. Home team, number nine, Georgia. They're currently 5-1 overall, 3-1 in conference play. They're number four in the SEC. They're coming off a 20-10 second half dominant win against Auburn. So as far as keys to the game for Ole Miss, can their offense keep doing what they've been doing? They have the fifth ranked total offense in the nation, currently averaging 515.3 yards a game. For them, one of the biggest things is can they continue to get the ball down the field? As far as their defense is concerned, can they step up and get stops? They are near the bottom in the SEC as well as they're on the bottom near the 50th ranked defense in the country. Can they get stops against Gunnar Stockton and that Mike Bobo ran offense? They currently been giving up around 20-ish points a game. If they give up any more than that, I don't see them being able to pull out a win against Georgia. Now for Georgia, their keys to the game, can their defense actually step up against Ole Miss's powerful offense? Like I just said, Ole Miss has the fifth ranked total offense in the nation. They're averaging almost 520-something yards a game. Can Georgia stop them? They need to force turnovers, and they have to get off the field. That's something that they struggle with against Alabama and Tennessee. They need to lock in, force turnovers, get defensive stops. Now, as far as the offense for Georgia, can their offense take advantage of Ole Miss's average defense? Their offense was held scoreless in the first half up until the last few seconds of the first half against Auburn. They can't have that. They can't have that going against a powerful offense like Ole Miss, explosive offense like Ole Miss. Trinidad Chambers has been spinning it. Offense has to get going for Georgia. They can't be waiting to be in the second half and have no offensive production. I mean, we see what happened for Auburn last week. They had 50 yards of offensive production last week. They lost the game. They looked like they came out hot in the first half. Didn't get that in the second half. So what do I want to see from this Ole Miss-Georgia matchup? As far as Georgia, I want to see Georgia establish the run. That's their bread and butter. I want to see Chauncey Bowens, Nate Frazier, and Josh McCray put in work. I want to see them get through the hole. I want to see some inside zone. I want to see some outside zone. I want to see them mix it up in the run game. Force the issue. We know that's what Georgia likes to do. They like to run the ball. I want to see some more of Josh McCray on the outside runs instead of just being on the goal line. I like seeing that stiff arm coming off the back end of our goal line last week, or Georgia's goal line, and Josh McCray getting that stiff arm and getting about 10, 15 yards after that. I want to see more of him other than just being on the goal line. I also want to see Georgia utilize the pass game more. I want to see Gunnar Stockton spin the ball. He's really pretty accurate. He's also taking care of the ball for the majority. He threw an interception against Kentucky a few weeks ago, but that's his first interception, only interception on the season so far. I want to see Noah Thomas get the ball downfield and get more targets. He's been an absent part of the offense, and I don't know why. It's a big body receiver, and he knows the offense. I know he transferred in from Texas A&M. He knows the offense. He's a big body receiver. I want to see Noah Thomas more involved in the offense. I want to see him get more targets, and I want to see him utilize more downfield. Also got to keep getting Kobe Young touches as well. I want to see some more sets with Kobe Young and Noah Thomas on the outside. I want to see those they're big guys. There's no way that these teams have corners that can guard both Kobe Young and Noah Thomas. And I don't think Ole Miss has corners that can guard Kobe Young and Noah Thomas on the field. Also with them, I want to see Zachariah Branch keep feeding him as well. We know he's electric. We know he's explosive. When he has the ball in his hands, he can take that thing all the way to the end zone. Keep getting Zachariah Branch the ball. As far as defense is concerned for Georgia, they have to get off the field early. We see what happened in Alabama. They got them, the defense get on the third down, and then they give up the third down. Get on the third and long, and they give up the third down. They were giving up third downs left and right against Alabama. We can't have that. Also can't have the same thing that happened against Tennessee, where they're just giving up touchdowns downfield, getting bombed downfield, giving up long touchdowns. Can't have that. You can't be putting our offense in a hole early by giving up so many defensive touchdowns. Since the Texas game last year, Georgia has not gone into halftime leading powerful opponents but one time, and that was against Kentucky a few weeks ago. Shout out to Zach Townsend for that stat right there. Since the Texas game last year, Georgia has gone into halftime with a lead against a Power Four opponent one time, and that was Kentucky a few weeks ago. Can't have it. Georgia's got to be able to force some turnovers on defense as well. TJ Allen keep doing his thing, holding that defense down, commanding that defense, and continue the defensive control in the second half, just like they did against Auburn. This is also Trinidad. I think this is Trinidad Chambers' first real road start. Give them some different looks, switch it up, confuse them, and allow the home crowd to get into it. Now, as far as Ole Miss, I want to see them remain balanced with run and pass on the offense. That's what they do. Like I said, Trinidad Chambers is spinning it. He's doing such a good, and I have to give Lane Kiffin credit. I have to give Lane Kiffin credit. He does a really good job about making sure multiple quarterbacks on his roster are prepared to operate and succeed in his offense. I don't think we may ever see, if barring anything crazy, I don't think we may ever see Austin Simmons again the rest of the season. Trinidad Chambers is spinning it. I know he came from D2. He's spinning it, doing his thing. He's got a rocket. I am not going to lie for you. He's got a rocket. I've rewatching the Washington State game last week, and even some of the incomplete passes, I'm like, dog, he is throwing lasers and darts out there. Oh, my gosh. Like I said, I want to see the Ole Miss offense remain balanced with that run and pass, but also get some explosive plays downfield. We see what Tennessee and Alabama were able to do against the Georgia defense and the Georgia secondary. Ole Miss has to do the same thing. They got to test that Georgia secondary. Can they get the ball to their tight end, Taquan Wright, big target, 6'4" tight end? Can they get the ball to their receivers and Harrison Wallace, Deuce Alexander, Caden Lee? They've got to be able to create some explosive plays and test that Georgia secondary, just like they did against Tennessee, just like Tennessee did, just like Alabama did. I mean, Bernard and Horton had big games. I thought, the guy's name, Brazel. I thought Brazel from Tennessee was going to have a hat trick when he was doing the Georgia secondary. So Ole Miss has got to be able to push that ball downfield and create some explosive plays and test that Georgia secondary. But I also want to see Kewan Lacy keep getting the ball, keep toting that thing. He's coming off a 142-yard game against Washington State. Can he replicate that again against this Georgia defense? As far as prediction goes, Georgia's home. I still think it'll be a close matchup. I'm going to leave it at Georgia 28, Ole Miss 24. That's my prediction. Georgia comes out with a win and a tough matchup at home against Ole Miss.